Good evening all. In today's class we're going to see the treatment of interest on debentures. This is the fourth video on debentures. So interest on debentures. Interest on debentures is calculated at a fixed rate prefixed at the time of issue. So when you see a debenture entry, you will see a rate coming along with it. 6% debentures, 4% debentures, so something would be specified. So a rate is already prefixed at the time of issue. So while calculating interest, the rate is applied on the face value of the debentures. So whether it is issued at discount or it is issued at premium, the rate is applied on the face value. And interest on debentures is paid yearly, half yearly or quarterly as per the terms of the issue. So this is up to the company to decide what terms of issue they are going to follow. Interest will be paid accordingly. Point number 2. The company paying interest on debentures will deduct income tax and then the net amount, that is interest less tax, is paid to the debenture holder. Just like salaries to salary holders, employees, government and organized sectors, they get salary after deducting tax, which we call it as tax at source. So interest on debentures is paid, or debenture interest will be paid by the companies to its debenture holder after deducting the tax. And such tax is called as tax deducted at the source. Source means the place where the income is generated. So the income is generated from the company deduct the tax and pay to the debenture holder. So the tax that has been deducted, the TDS which has been deducted, will be later deposited with the income tax authorities by the company on behalf of you, on behalf of the debenture holder. Interest on debentures is a charge against the profit. This one point I think I've made it in most of my videos of debentures. Debenture interest is a charge against the profit, hence should be provided or should be given irrelevant to whether there is a profit or loss. So these are the highlight points. Take it down in your notebook. Then we will move into the journal entries. Now under journal entry, there could be two cases here, with the TDS, without TDS and with TDS. Without TDS, which means the question is silent about the tax part of it. In general, this never happens. In the real life situation, tax is always deducted. But to make things easier for students, TDS deducted at source is removed from the syllabus for this academic year. So, but I am just giving you the journal entry in both cases. So, without TDS, with the TDS. Without TDS, the journal entry is interest on debentures account data to debenture holder. You can either write interest on debenture or debenture interest. So, this is interest due entry passed by the company at the time of providing interest. Then debenture holder to bank. This is the payment entry. As you can see, bank is credited here. So debenture holder to bank. This is the payment entry made by the company. Then with the TDS. So with TDS, it's debenture interest or interest on debentures account data to debenture holder to TDS. Debenture holder to bank for payment of interest to the debenture holders. TDS to bank to payment of income tax to the income tax authorities. So this is with the TDS journal entry. Now, as I pointed out in the beginning, interest could be given on yearly, half yearly, quarterly basis. So this entry will be passed multiple times based on the tenure of the, based on the term of payment. If it's quarterly, we will pass this entry twice. These two entries, we will pass it twice. I mean, if it's half yearly, I'm sorry. If it's half yearly, we'll pass it twice. If it is quarterly, we'll pass it 4 times. And so on. The last entry, which is profit and loss account data to debenture interest or interest on debentures, is transferring the interest to the profit and loss account. This is one entry only, and we pass this only at the end of the year when the profit and loss account is prepared. So this is literally the transferring the interest to the profit and loss account. One more way of understanding the last entry is, if you see the first entry, interest on debentures account is debited. So that means a ledger is opened in the name of debenture interest, and then a ledger is opened in the name of debenture holder. Here debenture holder is debited, whereas here it is credited. So debenture holder account get closed. But if you see interest on debentures account, which is opened here, and if you don't close it, you will have an account open. So when you transfer this to the profit and loss account, this account get closed. Okay, so these two entries can come multiple times in the sum, whereas this will come only once at the end of the year. This entry will also appear with the TDS process. Even if it is with TDS, the same entry will come. Now, I've done one sum, which is question number 37 from TS GREWAL. I'll show you the question first. Question number 37. ACCOUNTANCY Limited issued 40,000 9% debentures at rupees 100 each on 1st April 2018 at a discount of 10%, redeemable at 10% per year. Assuming interest was paid half yearly on 30th September and 31st March, give journal entries relating to debenture interest for half year ending 31st March 2019. Okay, so now they've asked only for interest entry, but I would like to do the issue entry also along with it. So journal entry in the books of ACCOUNTANCY Limited. On 1st April, they are going towards the issue. Bank account data to debenture application come allotment or just debenture application. It's a lump sum, 40,000 debentures issued at 90 rupees, 10% discount. So 90 rupees. So what they collect is 36 lakhs. Then the transfer entry debenture application account data 36 lakh issued at a discount. So discount is debited for 4 lakh. Percentage debentures for 40 lakh. And since the redemption is at premium, we have to record the loss that we incur at the time of redemption. Premium on redemption of debenture is a loss, and I've discussed this in detail in my previous video. So premium on redemption of debentures is credited. The same amount is debited in the name of loss on issue of debentures. Now the choice is yours, whether you can merge these two and make it into one entry as loss on issue of debentures, totally 8 lakh. Or you can keep it like this itself. But either way, you should know that these two together will be the loss. The total loss on issue is 4 lakh plus 4 lakh, 8 lakh. So issue entry is over. Next is interest payment. The first interest is paid on 30th September. So 30th September, debenture interest to debenture holder. 40,000 debentures, 100 rupees face value, 9% rate of interest, 6 by 12 for the 6-month period. So interest due is 1,80,000. And then on the same day, they pass the payment entry, debenture holder to bank, 1,80,000. So first half year is over. Then the next half year, which is 31st March 2019. As I said, the two entries will repeat again. Debenture interest account data to debenture holder, 1,80,000. Debenture holder to bank, 1,80,000. And on the last day of the year, we need to transfer it to the profit and loss account. So statement of profit and loss account data to debenture interest. So what is the total debenture interest? 1,80,000 plus 1,80,000, 3,60,000. So this is how we pass the journals without TDS. Hope you understand this. Try to apply the same concept for the next two sums.